Rebecca with DigitalThinker. If you have not already, I encourage you to watch the video on the importance of closing codes in HxGN EAM. In this video, I will highlight a few enhancements released in version 12.2 related to closing code. Also, be sure to subscribe to this channel to make sure you don't miss any content related to the 12.2 release. First, you will notice a new option on the closing code record view screen to hide if class specific. Select this checkbox to hide generic closing codes in the lookup if class-specific codes are available. This option is only available for closing codes that are valid for all equipment classes. So if this checkbox is selected, the system will not display the record if there are any class-specific closing codes. Let's look at an example. So I have 3 problem codes. Noise, which is valid for all equipment classes, and I also have it set up to hide if class specific. Next, I have overheating, which is valid for all equipment classes, but I don't want to hide it if a class specific problem code is available. And then I have leak, which is class specific and is available for my engine, pump, and refrigeration classes. So if I were selecting a problem code for a work order, and in this example, my work order is for an asset associated with the engine class. So based on how I set up my closing codes, can you guess which problem codes would be available? That's right, overheating and leak. Overheating is available for all equipment classes, and leak is available for the engine class. Let me show you another example. This gauge does not have a class associated to it. So, based on what we have seen, which problem codes would be available in the lookup? That's right, noise and overheating. Why? Because both are available for all equipment classes, and there weren't any class-specific closing codes for the gauge. Let me return to our closing codes and touch on another enhancement. While I have been referring to class-specific closing codes, the classes functionality has been expanded to also include category and equipment. This allows for closing codes to be set up to be class and category, as we see here, as well as equipment specific. And please note that the equipment field lookup is multi-select. The other enhancement is a change to closing code groups. Now, before I begin with this, please remember that the group functionality is based on the CL group organization option. You may have noticed on record view that the group field is no longer available. This has been moved to the Groups tab. You may need to update user group screen permissions to make this tab available. The benefit of this is a closing code can now be associated with more than one group. So previously, I could only associate leak with one group, but now I can associate it with multiple groups. So I'm just going to add groups to a couple of my problem codes. So, just for a reference, leak is associated with 2 groups, overheating is associated with 1 group, and then noise I don't have associated with any group. So if I return to the same 2 work orders that we looked at previously, so I'll start with the engine, and for reference, in this environment, my CL group org option is set to group. So now if I click in the problem code field lookup, you'll see that I have my closing codes grouped accordingly. And in this case, I was able to associate leak with both of the groups. And if I return to the gauge work order, you can see that if a group is not associated with the closing code, it will be in the none folder. And then in this case, based on the closing code setup, I then am also showing the mechanical group. Remember, when it comes to closing codes, we want to pave the path for capturing accurate and consistent data. These version 12.2 enhancements help facilitate that process by improving the relevance of the lists based on the equipment. So thanks for following along, and please like this video if you found it helpful. Have a great day!